Here we go. Go. Processional. Processional as fast as you can.
Oh my.
We on? There we go. All right, good evening. For those of you who may not know me, I'm Joseph Patterson, principal here at Northmore, and I would like to welcome you to Mustang Country tonight. We are thankful to be able to share this special evening for our graduates in person. We pride ourselves on making each graduation special and dignified, an event that our students and families can be proud of. As such, we ask that you refrain from yelling and making noises as your graduate crosses the stage. We will all celebrate and cheer on the graduates once all names have been called, but we want to make sure that each graduate's name is clearly understood and heard as it is called. Parents, family, and friends, please stand where you are as your graduate walks across the stage. At this time, I ask that you please rise and honor the class of 2025 as they enter the stadium Then remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
What was it? Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
It is my privilege to introduce our class of 2025 salutatorian this evening, Reagan Elizabeth Deaton. Graduating magna cum laude with a weighted grade point average of 4.545, Reagan will be attending the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill in the fall, where she plans to study exercise physiology and enter the medical field. Reagan has received many prestigious Helping People scholarships. Reagan?
High school wasn't just about memorizing formulas or writing essays. It was about figuring out who we are. We learned how to balance school, life, friendships, and stress. We dealt with heartbreaks, setbacks, and even a few identity crises. But we kept going. We found joy in the little things. A joke in the hallway, a win after practice, a last-minute assignment that still somehow got an A. Each of us has our own story from these 4 years, but there's one thing we all share. We made it, not just to graduation, but through moments that shaped us, tested us, and showed us what we're capable of. The world we're walking into is big, unpredictable, and honestly a little intimidating, but it's also full of opportunities we haven't even imagined yet. Whether you're heading to college, joining the workforce, chasing a dream, or still figuring it out, it's okay. You don't have to have all the answers today. Just keep moving forward. Stay curious, be kind, and don't be afraid to fail, because failure means you tried, and trying is where growth begins. So to the class of 2025, thank you for being my people. Thank you for the memories, the chaos, the laughter, and the lessons. I'm proud of all of us, not just for what we've done, but for who we're becoming. Let's go out there and do something incredible. Congratulations, we did it.
We are pleased to have with us today many special guests. Please stand as your name is called. Audience, hold your applause until each guest has been recognized. Board of Education members, Ms. Shannon Davis, Board Vice Chair. Mr. Steve Johnson, Dr. Amy Dahl. Senior staff, Dr. Mike McClaff, Deputy Superintendent. Ms. Jamie Synan, Assistant Superintendent for Academics and Student Support Services. Ms. Jenny Purvis, Assistant Superintendent for Operations. Moore County Board of Commissioners, Mr. John Ritter. Area Feeder School Principals, Ms. Jana Kennedy, Westmore Elementary School. Mr. Matthew Moore, High Falls Elementary School. Miss Renee Robbins, Robbins Elementary School. Miss Ashley Priest, Ely's Middle School. We are honored to have Chris Coble calling the names of our graduates. We would like to thank each of these individuals for the support of Northmore High School and the class of 2025.
And now it is my honor to present our class of 2025 valedictorian, Bailey Nicole Marley. Graduating magna cum laude with a weighted grade point average of 4.579, Bailey will be attending Liberty University in Virginia in the fall, where she plans to study nursing with plans to serve as a trauma and critical care nurse on the missions field. For academic merit and service to others, Bailey has earned more than $125,000 in scholarships. Bailey?
Good evening, everyone. I want to thank all of you in attendance today, not only for supporting us through this achievement, but also for all of the guidance you have given us along the way. Most importantly, I want to thank God for not only granting us the ability to be here, but also allowing us to be able to move forward towards accomplishing future endeavors. During my time here, I have been surrounded by peers who are success-driven. Whether it be in the classroom, a club, or in sports, their drive to succeed has not only been noticed within their respective areas, but also has inspired me to work harder. I want to thank each and every one of you, because in some way, shape, or form, all of you have inspired me to be a better person, and I hope that you can say the same about each other. When you reflect on your high school years, I hope that you all can say you took the chances that were given to you, strived to do your best, and made the most of your time here. My first high school experience was a Friday night football game, and I find it very fitting that the same place where a lot of us spent the vast majority of our Friday nights is the same place it all comes to an end. All of the endless hours of practice, club meetings, and schoolwork we waited until the last minute to do have led us here. When we leave today, things won't change substantially at first, but when you start to see all of the things that come with being out in the real world, I hope that you remember that the same people who supported you all the way through your academic career are still there when you need them. While high school was definitely nothing like the movies, I can safely say that when I walk out those gates, I am prepared for any obstacle that will come my way. I want to leave you all with something my Grandma Rose told me anytime I was doubting myself or just needed some encouragement. She would say, shoot for the stars. That way when you inevitably fail, you will still end up on the clouds. So in the future, when a dream seems too large or you are uncertain of what is to come, work diligently to be the best that you can be. Whether that hard work comes in the form of college, the military, trade school, or a job, ensure that you are setting yourself up for success regardless of any circumstances you may face. While you are working hard to achieve your goals, do not forget to work even harder to be kind, because kindness costs you nothing. Congratulations, class of 2025. We did it.
Good evening, everyone. It is with great honor that I will be able to introduce our amazing principal, Mr. Joseph Patterson. I'd like to begin by saying that Mr. Patterson has been in the field of education for an incredible amount of time. He started out by teaching math at Union Pines High School for around 7 years. During this time, he began to wonder how it would be possible to reach out and impact more students than just those who were blessed enough to enter his classroom doors. And an opportunity presented itself to him. He became an assistant principal at Northmore for around 3 years. He then went back into teaching for an additional 6 years. At the end of this period, he became an assistant principal here for another 10.5 years. When our former principal, who is here with us tonight, decided to leave to go on to better and greater things, Mr. Patterson was all too qualified and passionate to take over this position of principal here at Northmore. He's happily filled this position with us for the last 2.5 years, and hopefully will continue to do so for many more. When asked what it means to be principal, he described it as a way to profoundly impact the lives of the students who came through this great school, while providing the best possible support for them and his lovely team of faculty and staff. He's also expressed a great passion for simply talking with students about their achievements and interests, and he encourages students to swing by his office and catch up a bit with him whenever he isn't busy, which for principal is a time that is few and far between. I would like to leave you with a final piece of information about this exceptional leader of our school, one that many may not guess. Even though it has been quite a few years since he's been a teacher, when he retires, he would love to pursue a part-time career in tutoring mathematics, especially geometry, as a way to continue his commitment to bettering the futures of students within our community. On behalf of my class, I would like to say thank you, Mr. Patterson, for your time and dedication to make this school the best that it can possibly be.
Thank you, Aaron. All right, I'm just going to be honest. It was interesting walking down the hall, seeing the faces, and then Bethany already got me all emotional before it ever started. I was like, oh my goodness. But we'll start. All right. Good evening, Mustang families, faculty, friends, and most importantly, the class of 2025. Before I do, I forgot. I wanted to take a picture, get a picture of you guys. So, I knew I'll forget. I got to do things when I think about it. Thank you. I'll try to get that on Facebook so you guys have it. All right. When I sat down to think about what I wanted to say to this class, I struggled to find the words. Not because there wasn't anything to say, but because how do you sum up 4 years of laughter, lessons, growth, and grit in just a few minutes? How do I express what it means to watch a group of students grow up right in front of my eyes? I remember many of you walking into Northmore as freshmen, wide-eyed, unsure, maybe a little lost trying to find your next class. I've watched you figure it out. Some of you hit the ground running, while others found your footing a little later. But all of you found your way. And now I see you walking these halls with confidence, heads held high, wearing a proud, satisfied smile that says, I made it. Some of you practically floated through high school, always talking, always moving, full of life and energy. Some of you, like Blake, were a gnat, constantly buzzing around, always in the middle of something, and definitely keeping things interesting. And others moved more quietly, under the radar, steady, reliable, and focused, doing what needed to be done without needing the spotlight. Every single one of you brought something valuable to this place. And honestly, that's what I'll miss the most. Not just the big moments like games, performances, and awards, but the everyday things, the passing nods in the hallway, the unexpected jokes that caught me off guard, the casual, hey, Mr. Patterson, or hey, Patty, that probably seemed small to you, but meant a lot to me. The way you look out for one another, showed up for your teams, your friends, your classmates, you helped make this building more than a school. It felt like a community, a family. You've worked hard, really hard. You've faced challenges, many of which weren't always visible to those around you. Some of you carried personal struggles that could have easily caused you to quit, but you didn't. You showed up, you put in the effort, you stayed late for practices, studied late into the night, and kept going even when it wasn't easy. And today, here you are at the finish line. But let me be clear, this isn't the end. It's just a pause before your next beginning. And whatever comes next, college, a career, the military, or a path entirely your own, I hope you carry with you the same determination and heart that brought you to this moment. Because it matters. You matter. So, what I want to say to the class of 2025, let me start again with this. Again and again, I hear people talk about how great our students are. I can't count how many times someone has told me how respectful, kind, and thoughtful you are. That isn't just about good manners. That's about good character. And that's something you take with you wherever life leads. That spirit, that Mustang pride, that's what makes Northmore special. And I want to encourage you to carry that with you, whether you're stepping into the classroom, college classroom, a job site, basic training, or something entirely new. Don't lose the kindness, the grit, and the integrity that already defines you. Maya Angelou once said, people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did. But people will never forget how you made them feel. Class of 2025, you've made us feel proud. You've made us feel hopeful. And above all, you've inspired us. So as you move forward, Remember where you came from. Remember the teachers who challenged you, the friends who stood by you, and the lessons you've learned, both inside and outside the classroom. Keep your heads high, your hearts open, and your actions true. We believe in you, we're proud of you, and no matter where life takes you, we'll always be cheering you on. Congratulations, class of 2025.
Good evening. Family members are asked to please stand as your graduate is announced. Please remember that this is a dignified event, and please hold all applause until all graduates have crossed the stage. Jocelyn Aguirre Garcia. Blake Austin Allred. Oscar Daniel Araujo Rodriguez. Jeremy Paul Atkinson. Jeremy could not be here tonight because he is serving his country in the United States Marine Corps. He is currently attending basic training at Parris Island, South Carolina. Brianna Rose Barnum. Matthew Hawkeye Benedict. Miguel Benitez Cruz. Destiny Cheyenne Bennett. Kelsey Betancourt Sanchez. Emma Renee Brady. Emily Grace Brannon, cum laude. Dalton Vincent Brewer, cum laude. Macy Temperance Britt. Jace Thomas Brown. Ashton Tyler Bryant. Cole Avery Burgess. Corey Richard Burns, United States Marine Corps. Aiden River Burton. John Noel Carr. Preston Lewis Carrillo. Autumn McKinley Cavanis. Angel Promotor Cervantes. Anthony Chavis Lozano. Calissa Stephanie Clendenin, magna cum laude. Nathan Allen Coble. Eric Scott Collard. Aiden Craig Corpheus. Ayana Patrice Covington. Savannah Paige Davis. Reagan Elizabeth Deaton, magna cum laude. Gavin Elliott Deese. Ruben Isaiah De Leon. Ace DeLoya. Madison Storm Dills. Mary Carmen Rodriguez Domingo. Josiah Martavius Dowdy. Samantha Faye Duncan. Caleb Nicholas Dunn, cum laude. Kayla Cheyenne Epps. Kendi Estrada. Eli Thomas Farlow, magna cum laude. Saul Farrar Carrera. Joel Thomas Fesperman. William Joel Flincham. Hold on, that's Pedro, right? Yeah, that's what. Pedro Alexander Yardalin Francisco Toledo. Yeah, attaboy, Pedro. I couldn't see you. Colton James Freeman. Dawson McCoy Futrell. Zakia Marie Gaha, cum laude. Selena Garcias Morales, cum laude. Aaron Joseph Wayne Garner, magna cum laude. Dawson Isaiah Garner. Nicole Ray Garner. Tanner Cole Garner. Silas Luke Gibbons, cum laude. Adrian Reynosa Gonzalez. Romulo Apaz Gonzalez. Anthony Gonzalez Parra. Carson Monroe Green. Nicole Guadalupe Urquiza. Nathan Dean Guyton. Luis Angel Hernandez Sanchez. Etni Libni Wete Rodriguez. Carly Grace Huzzy. Ella Rose Huzzy. Jonathan Jax Huzzy. Marissa Nicole Huzzy. Olivia Grace Huzzy, cum laude. Presley Shay Huzzy. Macy Diane Jackson. Jordan Farron Jeffries. Abigail Courtney Johnson. Ivy Lillian Jones. Andrew Taylor Kennedy. Natalie Rose Kennedy. Ian Patrick Keown. Bryant Kidd. Raina Ann Lee. Jerediah Eugene Locklear. Joshua Limon Lopez. Natalie Nicole Lopez. Amy Lopez Zamora. Amy Lozano. Hadley Olivia Liston. Matthew James Manus. Oscar Alexis Maria Ramirez. Bailey Nicole Marley, magna cum laude. Victor Isaac Martinez Lopez. Elmer Martinez Rebelar. Dalton Edward Massey. Javier Malado. Emma Lynn Monroe. Jacob Stephen Montgomery, United States Army. Sergio Orlando Montoya Ruiz. Shay Madison Moore, cum laude. Brian Marino Exiga. Colby Drake Morgan. Sarah Jane Rose Newell. Riley Floyd Nichols. Caden Racy Parker. Colby Daniel Pennington. Braden Joshua Perry. Carson Jordan Phillips. Harmony Sage Player. Troy Neal Poole. Brandon DeAndre Powell. Stephanie Maria Prazeres Salazar, cum laude. Brady Thomas Pressler. Cynthia Machuca Polito. Esteban Polito Lopez. Hallie Morgan Purvis. Robert Ramirez Cuevas. Katie Lynn Ray. Uriel Rebelar Rosas, cum laude. Fernando Abel Rebelar Silva. Macy Elizabeth Reed. Abigail Cheyenne Reyes. Diego Reyes Illigor. Joseph Brian Richardson. Caitlin Nicole Ritchie. Van Avery Ritter. Rogelio Manuel Riviera Hernandez. Michael Lee Roberson. Haley Christine Robinson. Nevaeh Ariana Ross. Joseph Wayne Roll. Sydney Michelle Russell, magna cum laude. David Lee Scott, United States Marine Corps. Layla Khalees Scotton. Jackson Sawyer Sheffield. David Jacob Sierra, United States Army. Wesley Matthew Simpson. Damon Joseph Smith. Raina Anaya Elizabeth Smith. Gabriel Josue Salache. Braden Elliott Sutherland, top career and technical education senior. LaTerrence Javon Tanner. Bruce Callell Thomas. Jose Ivan Toledo Matthew. Susan Margaret Turner. Bethany Leon Ulloa, magna cum laude. Alexa Urbina Avando. Emma Sofia Vasquez. Isis Velasquez Reyes. Dallas Dakota Waller. Austin Jarrett Williams. Kiana Alexis Williams. Nevaeh Kaylani Anaya Williams. Zykeria Monet Young. McAllister Drew Yao. Richard Zuniga Valenzuela.
I will ask Senior Class President Bethany Leon Ulloa to join me on stage for the ceremonial turning of the tassel from right to left. Seniors, please stand. Are you ready? All right. By the power vested in me by the Department of Public Instruction and Moore County Board of Education, I now pronounce you graduates of Northmore High School. Please turn your tassel to the left. Congratulations.
play training? Or are we done?